Picture this. You have a beautiful, premium cut of beef sizzling on the grill right now. The aroma is absolutely perfect. But then, you serve it alongside some bland, watery greens from the supermarket. Have you ever felt like your perfect steak was just missing that authentic, explosive flavor it truly deserves? What if I told you that you are sitting on a culinary goldmine right in your front yard? Today, we are going to uncover 10 forgotten, heirloom greens that were historically born to be paired with beef. These are the exact plants that the big landscaping services desperately want to keep hidden from you, simply because they thrive on neglect right in your empty yard. Make sure you stick around for number 10, because that specific plant actually has natural enzymes that tenderize the beef right in your mouth, and it will change your backyard barbecues forever. And hey, if you do not want to miss out on transforming your empty space into a secret garden, hit that subscribe button to Garden Messenger right now and drop a comment at the end of this video about the gardening struggles you are facing, so our team can research and help you out. Number 1. Wild arugula, the peppery pioneer. You will recognize it by its deeply lobed, rugged green leaves pushing their way through the dry, cracked earth. This is not the mild, watery stuff you buy in plastic containers at the grocery store. Wild arugula has an intense, peppery, almost horseradish-like bite that cuts straight through the rich, heavy fat of a grilled ribeye steak. To grow it, simply toss the seeds right onto the barest patch of dirt in your front yard. It requires full sun and almost zero water. Here is the secret that landscaping companies will never tell you. If you put wild arugula in rich, expensive potting soil, it becomes weak and completely loses its signature flavor. It actually needs poor, neglected soil to force its roots deep into the ground, which naturally concentrates those spicy oils. Do not waste your money on fertilizer for this one. Number 2. French sorrel, the citrus powerhouse. You can spot it easily by its bright green, shield-shaped leaves that practically glow in the early morning light. Imagine taking a bite of savory beef and experiencing a sudden, natural burst of bright lemon flavor without ever squeezing an actual lemon. Sorrel provides a tart, acidic contrast that balances perfectly with smoky, grilled meats. Plant it in a spot that gets reliable morning sun. It is a perennial plant, which means you plant it exactly once and it comes back year after year with zero effort on your part. Most beginners make the mistake of overwatering and babying their sorrel. The truth is, the more you ignore it, the stronger the lemon flavor becomes. Landscapers often weed it out, completely unaware they are throwing away a gourmet ingredient that high-end steakhouses charge a premium for. Number 3. Heirloom broadleaf mustard, the fiery classic. These greens feature broad, velvety leaves with distinct, frilly edges that stand tall and proud in any garden bed. Long before commercial mustard in a plastic bottle existed, our grandparents used these fresh, pungent leaves to add a fiery, savory kick that elevates roasted beef to an entirely new level. Scatter the seeds in early spring or late summer. They grow incredibly fast, meaning you will be harvesting your own crop in less than 4 weeks. The garden center desperately wants you to buy their expensive pest control sprays for your leafy greens. However, heirloom mustard naturally produces strong botanical compounds that repel most common pests. It is literally a self-defending plant. If you just leave it alone in that forgotten corner of your yard, it will outlive almost anything else you try to grow. Now that we have solved the mystery of the soil, let us talk about the sun, or rather, the complete lack of it. Every landscaping service will tell you that a sunny yard is a healthy yard. But what if your front yard is covered in deep shadow? Number 4. Lovage, the towering king of herbs. If you have a massive, shady oak tree in your front yard that blocks all the light, landscaping companies will tell you that you can only grow expensive, decorative ferns there. They are absolutely wrong. Lovage thrives in that cool shade. It looks like giant celery but packs an incredibly rich, savory flavor that acts as a natural flavor enhancer for roasted beef. It is so potent that you only need one single leaf to transform a mediocre steak into a culinary masterpiece. Plant it once in the shadows, and it will return every single year. The secret here is that the less direct sunlight it gets, the more tender and sweet those leaves become. Number 5. Chervil, the forgotten aristocrat. For centuries, French chefs considered this the ultimate secret weapon for their rich steak sauces. It has delicate, lacy leaves with a faint, intoxicating hint of black licorice that cuts perfectly through the heavy fat of a steak. Here is the paradox that completely breaks the rules of traditional gardening. If you plant chervil in the bright, warm sun like the garden centers tell you to, it panics, turns incredibly bitter, and dies almost immediately. It literally demands the cold, neglected, dark corners of your yard. If you have a spot near your front porch where nothing else will grow because it is too dark, chervil will absolutely thrive there. Number 6. Mache, the winter survivor. This one is a true revelation for anyone who thinks gardening is too much work. When landscaping services tell you to clear out your yard in the late fall because the growing season is over, they are tricking you into paying for cleanup services. Mache actually prefers the freezing cold and the deep shadows. While your neighbors are looking at a barren yard, you could be harvesting these small, velvety, nutty-tasting leaves straight through the frost. Toss them fresh over a hot, resting steak, and the residual heat will slightly wilt them, releasing a deep, earthy aroma that you cannot buy in a store. The ultimate trick is to never let it see the hot summer sun, or it will disappear completely. Number 7. Dandelion, the misunderstood survivor. You have probably spent years, and perhaps a lot of money, trying to eradicate those jagged leaves and bright yellow flowers from your lawn. But what if I told you that you are throwing away a premium gourmet ingredient? Dandelion leaves have a sharp, bitter profile that acts as the ultimate palate cleanser between bites of a rich, buttery steak. To grow them, you literally do nothing. They rely on a deep taproot to pull up minerals from deep underground. Here is the ultimate landscaping deception. Chemical companies convinced you it was a weed so they could sell you poison. But wealthy families in the 19th century actually cultivated these in pristine gardens specifically to eat with their prime rib. Number 8. Purslane, the succulent secret. You will usually find this creeping plant sprawling across the driest, hottest dirt, or even poking through the cracks in your driveway. It has thick, fleshy stems and small, teardrop-shaped leaves. When you bite into it, purslane offers a crisp, slightly sour, lemony crunch that perfectly balances the heavy, smoky crust of a grilled ribeye. It loves the heat and completely ignores drought. The big landscaping secret here is that while they charge you to pull this weed out of your flower beds, it actually contains more heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids than many types of fish. You are literally paying someone to throw away free, gourmet health food. Number 9. Lamb's quarters, the wild spinach. You can identify this plant by its dusty green, diamond-shaped leaves that often have a faint, white, powdery coating underneath. The flavor is deeply earthy and rich in minerals, which brilliantly complements the natural iron flavor of a perfectly cooked, rare steak. It thrives in soil that has been recently dug up or disturbed, and it grows incredibly fast. When you hire someone to clean up your garden beds, they instantly rip this out. The truth is, lamb's quarters tastes significantly better, grows much faster, and is far more resilient than any delicate spinach you could ever try to baby in a raised bed. Number 10. Pineapple weed, the ultimate backyard tenderizer. You have probably stepped on this small, cone-shaped green plant 100 times in your driveway without ever noticing it. If you crush it between your fingers, it releases a distinct, sweet pineapple aroma. Here is the absolute game changer for your next barbecue. Just like an actual tropical pineapple, this resilient little yard plant contains natural botanical compounds that act as a mild enzyme. When you eat it fresh, alongside a piece of steak, it literally helps break down the proteins and tenderizes the beef right inside your mouth. The reason garden centers refuse to sell this to you is because it reproduces so aggressively. If you drop a single seed in the worst, most compacted soil you have, it will multiply endlessly. It completely destroys their business model of selling you new packets of seeds every single spring. Now, before you go, I want to give you a bonus secret that will guarantee your success with all 10 of these greens. Put away your credit card, because you do not need an expensive drip irrigation system. The reality is, if you want these specific plants to retain their highly concentrated essential oils to perfectly neutralize the heavy fat of beef, you must practice water starvation. If you pamper these greens and lightly sprinkle them every single day, they become bloated, watery, and completely tasteless. You want to make them struggle just a little bit. Water them deeply, but only when the soil is completely bone dry. This is the absolute ultimate freedom for anyone who is afraid of failing at gardening or simply does not have the time to babysit their plants. From the spicy bite of wild arugula to the tenderizing magic of pineapple weed, you now possess the exact blueprint to transform your neglected front yard into a premium steakhouse garden. You no longer need to rely on expensive landscaping companies or their chemical fertilizers. Your empty space is not a burden anymore. It is a culinary legacy waiting to be awakened. Remember this one crucial truth. Exceptional flavor comes from resilience, not overprotection. Let nature do the hard work for you. Now, I have a question for you. Out of these 10 forgotten greens, which one have you accidentally pulled out in the past because a landscaping service told you it was just a weed? Tell me your story down in the comments section right now. Do not forget to hit subscribe so we can continue uncovering these garden secrets together. I will see you in the next video.